What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my kitchen. As you guys can tell by the title, today I'm going to be showing you guys all of my food staples, everything in my fridge, my freezer. I have been getting a lot of questions about my diet, why I eat the things that I eat. If you guys watch my channel regularly, you'll know that I love to make what I eat in a day videos. I even made a what I eat in a week video a few months back, like 2 months ago. But I've never really given you guys like a fridge tour or shown you guys all of my food staples, so I thought I would take it up a notch and show you guys that today. So yeah, I'm gonna take you guys through everything that I got, everything that I may still have left. Yeah, I have quite a few things in here and in there. And then I'm also going to explain to you guys a little bit about my diet. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the stuff that I just bought because that needs to go into the fridge sooner or later. And then I'll just show you guys what I already have as I go. Okay, so I'm gonna start with carbs. One of my favorite sources of carbs is sweet potato, so I just got a sweet potato. These are great for bowls. You can also put them in the oven, bake them, and then stuff them with like meat or tuna. I've done like tuna stuffed potatoes before. I know it sounds really weird, but it's really, really good. So yeah, I would say sweet potatoes and rice, basmati rice, which funny enough, I actually forgot to buy because I thought that I had some left, but I don't. Those two are my main sources of carbs. Those are the ones that just make me feel the best. They give me good energy. They also don't cause me to bloat, which is really important and really nice. If you guys are interested in the kind of rice that I get, I can probably insert a photo of it. It's just the regular basmati rice from Trader Joe's. It's like $3 for a big bag of rice. It's the best. Okay, so I still love these. I still buy them sometimes. I don't buy them as much as I used to because I've actually been switching to this baby right here. This sprouted Ezekiel bread. I don't eat this every day. I eat this maybe like twice a week, and I'll have it with like half of an avocado, smoked salmon. Sometimes I'll do it with eggs. And the reason that I've been switching to this instead of this is because I have found out that this is still pretty processed and it's just not as good for you as something like Ezekiel bread is. This is also flourless bread, so it doesn't bother my stomach, doesn't make me bloated, nothing. So it's really nice. And yeah, so I keep this in the freezer. It lasts me like 3 weeks. And it's been really great. So okay, so that's it for my grains, those kind of carbs. I'm gonna get into fruit in a little bit and vegetables because those are technically carbs too. But I'm quickly gonna go over my meats and my proteins because they really need to go in the fridge. Okay, so I'm gonna start with eggs. You guys know I love eggs, staple in my diet, love them for breakfast, and yeah, I eat them all the time. Okay, next thing that I eat every week is just chicken. You guys have seen this before. This is my favorite kind to get. These are the chicken tenders, so I just find these easier to cook. Another one of my staples is salmon. You guys know I love salmon. I will usually buy one of these a week, and then a piece like this will last me for like 2 meals. And then I might eat it once more during the week on a job or like out to dinner or something. I also love to have smoked salmon in my fridge, but this is something that I tend to save for when I'm feeling lazy. And I just like to, I just hit myself in the face. I like to just have these in my fridge as like backup or a weekend breakfast or something. Tuna is another staple in my fridge. I always have 2 or 3 cans of this. Love to have this with pickles, like in a salad or on rice cakes. I limit myself to 1 of these a week just because of the high mercury content. I don't know why it's been showing up a lot in like on my Instagram or in my feed, but yeah, I've been reading about it a lot, so I try and just like limit myself to 1 of these a week, if that. And then I also love to make beef. I didn't buy any of it because I have a lot of it frozen already. I've explained this in previous videos, but what I like to do is I like to buy multiple packs, cook it all at once, and then I freeze it so it's in little, this looks really dodgy, but basically I just cook it all with the spices and a sauce, and I just keep it in the freezer like this, and I warm it up on the stove whenever I want to have it. Super easy to do, it lasts forever, and you can just make so many different meals with this. Like you can make zucchini noodles, you can have it with rice, you can make like a sweet potato in the oven like I was telling you guys earlier, bake it and put this on the inside. You can make stuffed peppers with this. Like I could probably actually make a whole video about it. So something I definitely recommend doing. That's pretty much it in terms of protein. I will get into why I eat animal protein at the end of this video when I explain to you guys my diet. The only other thing that is considered protein is this yogurt. Pretty much stay away from dairy. The only dairy that I really have is a yogurt once in a while, which I'll have with like a banana or berries or some other type of fruit. And I also always have some feta in the fridge. I just like this on salads. I love making Greek salads with olives and chicken and why am I going blank? Yeah, just Greek salads are my favorite. So I love to top it off with some feta. But everything else, I just stay away from dairy. It's not great for my skin. It's not great for my body. Dairy is just not great in general. So everything else is kind of like off limits for me. Even the milk that I buy is always non-dairy. I always just go for like an oat milk situation. And then I pretty much only use this for smoothies. Okay, I'm gonna get into my fruit now. I don't buy a lot of fruit. I don't really eat a lot of fruit. If I eat fruit, it's usually in a smoothie or again with like a yogurt or something. But yeah, I love fruit, don't get me wrong, and in the summer I'll definitely like buy a watermelon and eat the whole thing. But my body works best on less fruit and more vegetables, so that's kind of what I stick to. I do always have some bananas on hand, whether they're frozen or like this. These still need to ripen. Usually they're frozen for my smoothies, or sometimes I'll make like banana ice cream with them. Yeah, so I'm gonna let these ripen and then I'll end up using them for smoothies or banana ice cream, like I said. My other favorite fruit that I love is pears, and these are my favorite kind of pears. So I'm gonna let these ripen and have them with my breakfast one of these days. Another thing that I really like is just frozen blueberries. I've just been loving the banana and blueberry smoothie combination. Super creamy, super delicious. Blueberries are amazing for you, super high in antioxidants, and they're like a lower sugar fruit. The banana isn't really, but the combination of the two is really good. So, and then the last thing that would kind of qualify for this category, because there is fruit. Yeah, okay, so there's one large apple in here. I love green juice. I usually have one of these like every other morning. Sometimes I'll have one every day. It kind of just depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah, I also love to drink green juice. Great way to get your vegetables in if you're not feeling like having a salad or a stir fry necessarily. So love these. I'm actually gonna have one right now. Okay, we're almost there. Just need to do vegetables and condiments. Okay, so this kind of goes without saying. I make salads every day. Love a salad for lunch. Greek salads especially. I already said that to you guys. But this is my favorite salad to get from Trader Joe's. If you guys are Trader Joe's shoppers, I just get the organic baby lettuce mix. It's the blue package. Just the best. I don't know what else to say. It's just the best. Cucumbers and tomatoes. Barely have any left. I actually also got 2 of these tomatoes. These are for salads, and then these are for, sometimes I like to make like an egg scramble in the morning, so I just use these instead. I also always have mushrooms. Mushrooms are like a love or hate vegetable. I love them. I love them with everything. Put them in omelets, stir fries, basically everything. And then once in a while, if you guys don't know the background story of me and avocados, I forget which vlog it was in. Basically, I was eating avocados every single morning for as long as I can remember, probably the beginning of this year, if not longer. And then over time, I started to get a little sensitive to them, so I cut down to half an avocado, and then I was just like, okay, maybe I need to take them out for a while. So I took them out for probably a month, and then I started experimenting with just having one a week, split up to 2 days, and it works fine. So yeah, that's what I've been doing as of 2 weeks ago. I'll just use half of it, and I'll either put it on a piece of toast, or I'll just have it with eggs on the side. And then I also like to keep a lot of my vegetables frozen. I have frozen spinach in here, which I love to use in smoothies. Little tip for you guys, if you've never done this before. don't buy the actual frozen spinach because it's cooked frozen spinach. It's not frozen spinach. If you get frozen spinach from the frozen section, it's cooked and then frozen. So if you put that in a smoothie, it's gonna taste really gross. So you have to just get spinach from the regular produce section and then freeze it yourself. And yeah, I just find it easier to work with. So I have that in there. Also have frozen broccoli. Love this in a stir fry. The reason why I freeze most of my vegetables is because veggies go bad here in like 2 days. I've explained this before, I don't know why, but vegetables go off so quickly, so keeping them frozen just makes them easier to deal with. I also have frozen peppers. These are already pre-roasted. I should have gotten a new bag of this, but I forgot. Super easy for omelets, stir fries, whatever you want. And then I also love, as many of you guys will already know, I love this riced cauliflower stir fry. So yeah, that is what I have right now in terms of vegetables. Other vegetables that I really love are zucchini, asparagus, sometimes kale. I can't really think of anything right now, but that's what I have today. And then the last thing I'll show you guys is my condiments. I'm just gonna start with something that is actually really exciting and I got for the first time. A lot of you guys will know that I love to use the olive oil cooking spray from Trader Joe's, but today I saw that they had this avocado oil cooking spray, which is actually a lot better for you because avocado oil you can use on high heat, and technically you can't really use olive oil on high heat. You can, but it's like, I don't exactly know the science behind it, but it's just better not to. So really excited to see this. I actually got 2. So I'm gonna be using those from now on. Then I got some salad dressing. This is my favorite dressing ever. This is the organic red wine vinaigrette. It's an Italian dressing. I just love this. It's so versatile and it tastes so good. It's perfect. So I always get this at Trader Joe's. And then the last 2 things that I have are pickles and olives. For the pickles, I love to get the kosher dill pickles from Trader Joe's. Love these with the tuna salad or on any salad or by themselves. And then for the olives, I just get the Greek olives from my salad. Love, love, love these. They're so good. Okay guys, so I ended up having to run out the door and actually go to get, well, I can't get it yet. I have to wait a few hours, but I had to go and sign up to get a COVID test because I got a job for tomorrow, which is just so exciting. I'm not gonna talk about it in this video just because I wanna stick to just food. Sorry, I'm looking for my tripod right now and I can't find it. So I'm just gonna have to set you up on something else. What I was gonna say is that I've just been feeling like pretty COVID fatigued lately and just sad about not working very much. So I'm super happy that this job came in. But anyway, I promised you guys that I would talk to you about my diet and the things that I eat, and mainly just address like why I don't go vegan or why I choose to eat animal protein. I've been getting a few messages about it, and I recently got a comment from someone. Basically the question was like, since you're such an ethical person and you know, I'm trying to shop more ethically, you know, I really live my life in kind of a minimalist, ethical way, why don't you do that with your food? And just to let you guys know, like, those questions don't bother me, like, they're very valid, and you know, I do share a lot about my meals, but I don't really share like why I eat this way. So the reason why I don't follow a plant-based or vegan diet and why I most likely will never is because I just can't tolerate those kinds of foods. Beans and legumes and nuts and seeds really bother my digestive system. It just doesn't work for me. I have tried in the past. I even touched on it briefly this morning, how I'm like sensitive to too much avocado. Same with nuts, and beans is just like a whole nother story. Soy doesn't really work for me, so if I want to get a protein source, it's gonna have to come from animals. And I know that there's gonna be people who watch this and and, you know, disagree or can't understand, and like that's fine. I totally get it. In a perfect world, I would love to follow a plant-based diet, but it just doesn't work for me. It doesn't make me feel good, and to be honest, it makes my body look and feel worse. So the diet that I have right now and the meals that I follow right now works for me. It keeps me in shape, it makes me feel good, it gives me energy. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that I somewhat follow a blood type diet. If you guys have never looked into blood type diets, there are diets for specific blood types. My blood type is O, so I do best on animal proteins, vegetables, specific kinds of carbohydrates, more vegetables than fruit. So as you guys would have seen with my grocery shop from this morning, like I pretty much follow a blood type diet, and you know, for some people that might not make a difference, but for me it does. So also, like, not to get into too much detail, but the last 6 months to a year, I have felt the best that I've ever felt. And I'm not taking any digestive enzymes, I'm not taking any probiotics, I'm not taking any of the supplements that I used to take for my digestion. I'm completely off everything. So yeah, I'm really just enjoying like cooking most of my meals at home, eating whole foods, and then whole foods as in like not the store, but like wholesome, real food. And then, you know, like on the occasion I'll have wine, or on the occasion I'll have treats. And that's just kind of what works for me. Speaking of treats, and this is the last thing that I'll say before I close this video because I know it's getting long, but get a lot of questions about like, do I ever eat sweets or cookies or chips or whatever it might be? Yeah, I'm a normal human being. I eat sweets and I treat myself. The only thing is, like, oftentimes you guys won't see that because it's either like at night, on a Friday night when I'm in bed chilling, or it's when I'm with my friends and I just don't want to vlog. So I don't want you guys to think that I don't do that, because I do. I'm a normal person. I get cravings, you know. I crave sweets and I crave junk sometimes, and like that's totally normal. It's totally fine. And to be honest, I think this year I should make it a habit of incorporating those things a little bit more so you guys do get to see it. But honestly, like, I do need to be careful when I'm eating those things, not just for the sake of my shape, but also because sometimes those foods can make me feel a certain type of way, and like I don't want to feel that way when I'm going to work or when I have to have a meeting or a casting or anything like that. So yeah, I hope that clears up things a little bit. If you guys have any more questions, I'm always down to chat about food. I know that food is it's a really different topic and different experience for everyone, so if you guys ever need to talk about it or you ever have questions, feel free to reach out to me. It's been an experience for me too, getting to know like what works for my body, what makes me feel good, how to have a healthy relationship with food. I definitely understand if you guys are ever in a pinch and need to talk to somebody. So again, definitely let me know or leave me a comment down below, reach out on Instagram. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys soon.